and spoke at the Notre Dame graduation ceremony, but some graduates were not having it. Take a look.
My fellow honorees, guests, grandparents, family and friends gathered here, all who've come from near and far to share a special moment.
Now, some students said they walked off because Pence's policies made them feel unsafe. They didn't appreciate him, and so isn't that what civil disobedience is supposed to be?
See, it bothers me. They have a right to do it. I mean, but it bothers me that it seems that young people, the generations that are rising up, have a hard time listening to stuff they disagree with and just listening. There's a lot of times that I go into a room and someone's speaking. I don't like their policies. I don't necessarily like what they advocate for. I don't necessarily agree with them, but I sit and I listen. And sometimes I leave that room more passionate about how I feel and saying, wow, I really don't like that guy. And sometimes I learn something and I say, you know what, there's another side to him where I hadn't thought about that. It's okay. I think the message needs to be, it's okay to disagree, but you don't always have to get up and walk out.
They're not there really to listen or not listen. They're there to make a point. When they walk off, they're making a point. The point is, I'm an LGBT person, let's say, right? You do not represent me. You are hostile to my people.
And maybe you need to rethink your policy.
Maybe you need to, they're making a point now and
it's very American. It's the bedrock of our society, the ability to get up and walk out and make these points. And I mean, I went to Notre Dame, and it's a very conservative university. And in 2009, when Obama came, conservatives were very upset and protested because of stem cell research. And so bottom line is, this is something that's a tradition for Notre Dame. And I want my Notre Dame fellow members and graduates and alum to stand up for what they believe in. That's what we should be doing.
But part of that should be an appreciation for diversity of thought. And the fact is, you don't have to agree.
They know what he's
That's
thinking
okay,
already.
but they don't have to agree with him. And so maybe they're protesting.
If there is a guy who, if there's a man who is, because sometimes, if you know what somebody has to say, you don't want to hear it. I think most of these folks made a very specific decision because what he was about affects them in such ways that they don't want to hear it. Because really, I shouldn't have to listen to a guy who's wearing a hood, who I know wants to string me up. I shouldn't want to. No, it's not, because it's no different than
trying to kill people. He's trying to murder people.
Listen to me. Ism, okay? Whether it's, racism or you don't like gay people, if when you say to somebody, I don't believe that you actually feel that way, because I believe that God has told me, forget what God has said to you. God told me that you shouldn't be who you are. When you're sitting with someone who is saying that to you, you don't want to sit and watch it. And you don't want to disrupt it. You don't want to scream, but you want to get up and say, I'm not going to take it.
Whoopi and I walked off the set one day. Everybody who watches the show knows we walked off the set when Bill O'Reilly was talking about against a certain group of people and sweeping it against Muslims and saying that all Muslims were going to be terrorists and they're responsible for 9/11. And to sit there with him and argue the point seemed futile to me.
See,
my position was, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this.
That's different, though, because
And Barbara Walters was upset with us.
Okay,
she said to both of us, Whoopi and I both walked off. She said, you should have sat there and argued with him. And then we were like, no, we didn't want to argue with that. Because it's worth it for us to show you the back of our...
He made an inflammatory remark, though. And if you listen to the speech that he actually gave Mike Pence, there was an opportunity for some unity there. All I'm saying is, if we want to be a country that has some unity, you have to be able to sit and listen.
You know what? No, listen. What needs to happen is he needs to stand up and say, some of what we're doing is not good for America. And then, those
to get up and work out. We'll be right back.
I agree.
With all due respect, I think
It's all good.
I think that Mr. Pence has made himself very, very clear about his positions.
Yeah.
You know, saying that conversion therapy is the way to deal with homosexuality. I don't think that there's any reason to wait to hear his point of view, because the point of view has been made so clear. And I think now what's been proven since the new administration has started is that people are showing their feelings through protest. And it's a visual, and it's a thing that where people can make their voices heard.
Right. Okay. So, we agree with you. So, recently you got a lovely award from GLAAD for excellence in media, which is nice. And you just gave a speech there about somebody in particular. Let's watch.
Ivanka, girlfriend, what are you doing? Come on, it's me, Deb. Let's talk for a second. One Jewish mother to another. You can change the lives of millions of women and children just by telling your dad stories about real people who are suffering.
Have you heard from Ivanka since then?
No, I haven't, and honestly, I didn't expect to.
No.
I didn't.
Well, there was no flack, nothing for that?
Nothing. Well, no. It was such a special moment in my life to be honored there in that way, and I just thought I really wrote the speech with the crowd in mind. That I thought that they would enjoy that. And also just to show, again, I mean, it's now out in the media, the power of media, and to be able to take the responsibility on to use your voice.
Do you think she tries a little though, Ivanka? Does she try?
I don't know. I mean, I only know what I see, and actions speak louder than words. And
I would love to talk to you about Dirty Dancing.